This is an ode to the forgotten feminine, with love letters to and from all kinds of women. Here for the daughters carrying the world upon their spine, wherefore the silence of our grandmothers we rise. Here to remember our power and shed our doubt. Forget the bullshit the patriarchy's on about. This is an ode to the forgotten feminine, with love letters to and from all kinds of women.
Welcome to the Letters to and from Women podcast, everybody. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Mariana. I'm your host of the show and founder of the Letters to and from Women podcast platform. I am so happy to be here because I could not think of a better woman with whom to start the guest series on the show. This is our first guest interview, and not only is this incredible soul the voice behind the intro song of the show, which if you didn't listen to, I'm going to invite you to start the episode all the way from 0 minutes and just listen to that beautiful 1 minute segment and serenade yourself with her voice, her vocals, and the energy that she transmits through her music. And not only is she the voice behind the intro song, this woman is my best friend in the whole wide world. She's my coworker, that's how we met, and she's just one of the humans that I get the privilege of doing life with. And so I wanted to invite her here to make you laugh, to have a wonderful conversation with her about her trials and tribulations and how she's gotten to where she is now. And she has a lot to share with you. And before we bring her on, I want to just read you a little bit about her so you know the presence that you're about to experience. So I'm going to read you here what she wants you to know. Emerald Osagie is a Toronto-born singer-songwriter known for her soulful voice and deeply emotional storytelling. Inspired by legends like Amy Winehouse, Etta James, and Erykah Badu, she's crafted a sound that's both classic and uniquely her own. Starting out in Vancouver, she taught herself guitar and piano and turned her poetry into music that really hits. And it does. And it does. Since then, she's released multiple singles, earned a Western Canadian Music Award nomination, and dropped her debut album, Life Don't Love You, last March of 2025. And please, I beg you that after you turn off this episode, you head to Apple Music or Spotify, whatever platform you use, and you subscribe to her music, you listen through every one of her songs, and yours truly happens to have acted in her newest music video for her new song Glued. So if you recognize the bartender when you go and watch the music video, that's me. All right, I'm so excited for you to listen to this conversation and join me in welcoming Emerald. Emerald, welcome to Letters to and from Women. Yes. How you doing? It's so good to have you here. I'm good. You are the first guest of the podcast rebrand, and it's an honor to have you because, y'all, she is not only the voice behind the intro song to the podcast, she is my coworker and the closest it gets to what some would call a twin flame, I would say. Like, this woman and I are together probably, 7 days a week? Almost?
That's real. Don't get me crying in the club. We just started.
It's such a pleasure to have you, though. How are you? Tell the audience about who you are to me and to you and in life.
First of all, I'm very excited to be here because I've seen you work and do your thing, and it's been very, very beautiful to see. So I'm very excited to be here and slaying this presence in the Letters to from Women. Y'all aren't even ready. It's gonna be so good.
Period. Yes. Yes.
I am. It's giving coworker. It's giving more than coworker. It's giving family. Mariana's family.
Yes.
I'm basically also in Jimenez, so what can I say?
Jimenez Osagie Jimenez. When I'm at your house, it's Osagie
That's
Jimenez.
on period.
So that's on period. Yes. Adopted family. It's true.
Adopted family is really giving family, and also I'm like, it's giving singer-songwriter from Vancouver. I was born in Toronto, but like moved here when I was 2, so I don't really count it. I just say I'm from Vancouver, but I'm like kind of from Toronto. But
of course,
it depends. Yeah, like I write a lot of like jazzy R&B, sometimes pop. I honestly was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I don't even know what my genre is. People ask me all the time what my genre is, and usually I'm just like R&B jazz because that's what's out right now. But like 2026 is gonna be so much random. Like I just like making music. Whatever sounds good to my soul, I will put out. So if it's like rap or like pop or blues, like it's just gonna be a whole. I'm gonna just dump it on y'all.
She is incredible. By the way, if you haven't listened to Emerald's music, I will be linking her Spotify in the show notes so that you can go and listen, because you released your first album this year, March of 2025, and you're at how many streams now?
That's real. I actually, let's check. But yes, I did release my debut album called Life Don't Love You. It's out on all streaming platforms. It's at 100K streams.
Hey, period.
There she is.
As it should be. As it should be. That album is like, it's a love letter to so many of like the intricate and messy and painful life experiences, and you just made art. You made the pain look bad. You were like,
the pain was bad. Pain was bad.
But here we are making art out of it.
Yeah.
We do move. And as you know, like my goal for this platform is for it to be a space where women from all walks of life, from all cultures, backgrounds, sexualities, gender expressions can feel their stories be resonated and reflected back to them, and find like their struggle in somebody else's story of overcoming. Yes. So what was your journey? I actually, I was preparing the questions for the podcast, and I was like, I don't even know that I know like what got you into songwriting. What was the catalyst? Was there a moment? Was it just this itch that you always had? Like, run us through that part of your journey.
Well, I would say, honestly, like I've been singing since like birth, in the sense of like, when I was like 2 and I really liked food, if I was eating food, I would just go,
oh my gosh.
Like songs.
I love that.
So, like, I've always been making music since like the early days. And like I would play on like fake guitars and all the things, but like actual writing probably didn't come until maybe like middle school, like grade 6. Like I probably started writing in grade 6. My first song that I ever wrote was called The Sweet Life on Deck, inspired by the show Sweet Life on Deck.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's so cool.
Then I wrote a song called Popcorn. About popcorn.
As you should.
Like, I really liked poetry. So like I would read like poetry books, and that's when I was like, oh, poetry is like music is just poetry with instrumentation. Like that's literally what all it is. So then I got I begged my mom for a Mac. I was like, I really, really want a Mac because I want to be able to like use GarageBand like when Apple was like first popping and like Mac started popping off. I was like, I want a Mac.
Yes.
So I got a Mac.
And you're self-taught as a music little instrument player, right?
Yes. Yeah. So then I got like I got GarageBand and used YouTube to teach myself how to produce and like make music and and then, like I was always like Long and McQuaid renting instruments, trying to learn how to play the violin, like blah blah blah, do all these random things. And I would implement it into GarageBand. So like that's kind of how I started writing, as far as like the physicality of it. But I feel like I was always writing because like I've always been so like sad. Like I'm a very happy person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm a very happy person, but I've always been so melancholy. Like my soul is so sad, and like I feel like I see the world in like diminished colors, like since birth. So I've just always been like.
Do you think that, like, when you look back on your journey into music and learning the instruments, and even from writing your first song, do you feel like music helped you see life in more color? Like, what was the purpose that you think it was you were trying to fulfill through music at that time in your life?
I think I was trying to make myself. I think I was trying to understand my own self, because I didn't really understand why I was like sad. Because you know, quote unquote, you have everything. Like I had a roof over my head. My mom was like, like I had like a good family life. Like everything was fine. Like I was like, I have friends. Like for the most part, life is like fine. So what the heck? But then the more I grew, the more I was like, like, she's not straight. Like, like little things started to like come out. So then I would be like, okay, it's time for me to, like, I can't figure it out in my head. Let me put it on paper. Because if I put it on paper, then I'll be able to look at it and it's like tangible. Like I can hold it and be like, oh, this is how I'm feeling, which was very helpful.
And take us into your songwriting process now, from like how it has evolved from The Sweet Life on Deck. Because again, as I mentioned at the start, this wonderful woman helps me produce the intro song that you hear when you first click to listen this podcast. We sat in your place for like 7 hours one day.
Literally.
She brought me tea. I sat on her couch like scribbling down words, and then you got your guitar out and immediately knew like what note, what chord, what capo, no capo. Like it was astounding to me to see you in your element, and just to see how naturally that came to you. And just I think for me, like something that has always stood out about your music is that yes, the words, but you're taking people into an experience. Like your songs are so wonderfully curated to be this like, okay, we played Life Don't Love You, now I'm listening to Hopeless Romantic Syndrome, and that's like a whole different energy, that's a whole different experience. So what is that process like for you now? Where does your inspiration come from? Like, yeah, take us through that.
Well, first of all, I didn't even write this theme song. This girl did.
So, but you produced and played the guitars, so and sung. So it was a co-production process.
No, but for real, first of all, this one wrote that theme song, so all props to her as well.
Thank you.
Because
thank you.
But as far as like me, this was very cool, because if we were to break down, there's like two ways that I like, I guess, write. I guess producing is also a sense of writing in a way. You know, you're like writing, but you're writing with like musical notes instead of words. So it's like for example, when we were doing the theme song, you had the words, but I needed to write like the musicality, the instrumentation of it all. So I was like, okay, well, you told me a bit about what you're wanting for this podcast, what you're wanting it to feel like, what you're wanting people to feel, women to feel. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's giving strong. It's giving like, but like vulnerable in like I just told my friend the other day, we were having a whole conversation, because she's like such a like, wait, can I curse? I can't curse. I shouldn't curse.
Yes, you can curse.
It's such... I'm like, is this G or is this like PG-13?
Explicit is always an option. It's
Okay,
it's just a toggle button when I go to upload the episode. Don't even stress.
Okay.
Don't even stress.
No, my friend is a badass bitch. She's an icon, okay?
Period.
So are we. You know we're badass bitches.
Yes.
But
yes.
being a badass bitch and being an independent icon does not mean that, like, you shouldn't be emotional. So I was, like, talking to my friend because she was, like, kind of not struggling with, like, she's kind of been, like, a little bit struggling-ish and just, like, having, like, these deep emotions as any human would. But so many of her friends are like, oh, like, good job, like, I know that you, like, blah blah blah, and like da da da. And it's like, okay, but also check up on your strong friends, like, you know, even if somebody is like guns a-blazing all the time, they also still have a heart. And so I feel that implementation of, like, my music is always there, of, like, with this podcast when we were writing it, I tried to, like, implement that into the musicalness of it. So I kind of had, like, a finger picking intro. We have some hums in it. It shows, like, the vulnerability in it. But your words, I feel like, are the strong, like, independent woman, like, don't fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting to business. You have, but, like, you have access to be vulnerable. Like, and that's the instrumentation of it. So it's kind of like we're blending these two mixes, which I feel like is also a lot of my music. Like, a lot of my music is very, like, I will tell the truth, and I'm very strong and, like, cutthroat with the lyrics.
Yeah.
But the instrumentation and, like, my vocal cords are, like, pretty or pleasing to the eye. Like, a lot of people say that if it's not, like, pop, like, I have a song called Bad Boy, and I'm like, that doesn't seem very, like, vulnerable.
Great song.
You know what I mean? But, like, a lot of my music is very, like, calming, I've been told. Which I wouldn't, like, describe my voice as that, but I can get it. Like, I understand what they're meaning, and I think it's that aspect.
Yeah. I can see what people mean when they say calm, but I think there's something about, like, yes, you have, like, a lower voice that kind of, like, intonates a calmer experience, but you're also leveraging that to talk about some very heavy things, like Eden, Dad. Like, those songs are, like, you're taking us into that experience, and you're singing from a place of a lot of strength and, like, self-belief and conviction, and this is my story, but you're also, like, making it accessible for people to go into that experience, you know, and it isn't this, like, F you
Facts
thing, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
I try to be nice.
Good.
I try to be somewhat nice. I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know. I try to make it cute, you know?
Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Don't we all? In 2025, don't we all?
Don't we all?
There is on that similar note, there's a poem by Rupi Kaur, who I, as you know, is, like, one of our fellow favorite poets. And I forget the title of the poem, but in the verses, she's talking about how she's apologizing to women for calling them pretty when there's so much more to them. I don't know if that poem rings a bell, or to you, or to anybody in the audience that's listening.
I've never heard of that.
But let me pull it up here real quick. Here it is. It goes, I want to apologize to all the women I have called pretty before I've called them intelligent or brave. I'm sorry I made it sound as though something as simple as what you're born with is the most you have to be proud of when your spirit has crushed mountains. From now on, I will say things like, you are resilient or you are extraordinary, not because I don't think you're pretty, but because you are so much more than that. And I love that poem, and I thought about it as you were saying that, because I guess my next question is, what has your experience been as a Black queer woman navigating the music industry, but also just in general, like being somebody who speaks of your experience as a Black woman in a white society and learning to showcase that vulnerability like very authentically, but with that strong voice that you channel through.
Yo, that's deep.
I hope that's a good thing. Thank you.
This deep. No, it's true though. I think,
yeah,
if anything, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's like there's so many things of like, you know, the music industry being such a like, and I think it's changing. It's changing slowly and surely, and like the world is becoming more woke, and like as much as it's becoming woke, it's still really ratchet and terrible. But you know, we are advancing 2 steps forward, 1 step back every day. But at least it's an incline slowly. At least that's what I believe in my heart. And so I feel like mainly though, we are still in a very big, the music industry is very like white male dominated, but it is also now becoming so like women of color, like slaying the game. Like Kehlani is a beautiful, legendary Black like female artist who like has had the number 1 R&B hit for like the past 28 weeks. Like that's insane. Like she be singing, "I let your body decide." Like, you know what I mean? For you already voted for you.
Hey,
like I love that. I love Kehlani so much with my whole heart. Like I love that woman.
We do love that woman. Yes.
But like there's things like that happening now where it's like Doechie's killing the game, Kehlani's killing the game, Beyonce's been freaking killing the game. Like, you know, we have so many artists like Kendrick Lamar and like all these Black artists. But I think it's also really important because like, you know, Doechie's a queer artist and like a queer female who's like dark skinned. Growing up, I never really saw. I did not know no Black dark skinned queer woman. I did not like.
No.
Not at all. Like the only gay person I knew was like Ellen. Like, and that was it.
I think she was the only gay person any of us knew. I think she's the only gay person I knew as well.
It's like Ellen, maybe like Rosie O'Donnell, like, but still, it was so like very quiet, hush hush. And so, I don't know. I think for me, I'm just really trying to step into my like Black queerness and like see what that means, especially for 2026. I feel like 2025 and down, especially like 2023 to 2025 was me. I was fighting for my life. I'm still fighting for my life. I'm going to be real. But like, I was really fighting.
Yes.
It's up every day. And so now I'm in a space where I'm like, I'm tired. I just want to exist and take me as I am, take it or leave it. And it's okay if you leave. Like, that's kind of where I'm like, so just showing up as me in the music industry, seeing who likes that, who doesn't like that. Because the whole time that I've been making music, I've always said this, as long as it helps one person, that's all I care about. And like, somehow, like, especially on TikTok, I've been so like lucky and blessed that people have really found me through TikTok. And so I've gotten so many messages and I see them all. I try and respond, but the amount of messages that I've gotten from people being like, I left my husband because of On My Own, or like, you helped me get through a breakup because of sick. Like, I like didn't realize that I was like putting up with so much bullshit and like just all this crap. And I'll be like, wow, okay. Like, I know that I am like, I used to like not know what my purpose in life was. And I like, part of me still is like, you know, I'm trying to figure out what it is. I sometimes feel like I got it together, but who really has everything together, you know? But I feel.
Not me.
Hey, not me. I'll tell you that for free. I'm just like, I want to be in a space where I am allowed to ask questions. I am allowed to explore. I am allowed to show up as me, and I don't have to be anything else, but specifically in the music industry. Like, if I want to be jazzy and play jazz music, I'm gonna play jazz music. If I want to play pop and like I'm headlining like Pride, I want to headline Pride.
Which you have.
Which I have.
Which she has.
And do like bangers and slay and have everybody shaking booty and stuff. You know what I mean? I want to be, there's so much more, like that poem, there's so much more to people than one thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be just one genre. I want to have fun. I want to do this. You think Black women, you think like Summer Walker. Again, bow, chicka, wow, wow, big butt, big boobs, which go off. Like, she freaking looks fire. I freaking love Summer Walker.
She does.
But also, like, I ain't got none of that, and I'm Black. You know
Me too, girl. Me too.
So it's like, there's that aspect. And it's also like, not only is it interesting being a person of color in a white world, you know, it's like, add the person of color and the queerness. That's a whole nother bag of cereal. Like,
yes, it's a whole other bag of cereal.
That Fruit Loop is like really, really colorful, and people don't know what to do with it. Like, they're like, it's expired. And I'm like, no, it's not expired. It actually is just a different flavor. So like, people like Arlo Parks. I love Arlo Parks. They're like such an incredible artist. I love Arlo Parks. I love, who else am I thinking of? Why is it so hard? Ray Khalil. I love Ray Khalil. It's though, when you look at them, you get them. You get their authentic selves. Arlo Parks is Arlo Parks. Ray Khalil is Ray Khalil. And I just want to be Emerald is just Emerald. Like, there's no looking, like, people have told me in the sense of like how my singing voice is very it's very unique and like distinguishable. Like, you know how when you hear certain artists, you're like, oh, that's that artist, or like that's blah 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 blah. I've gotten that world to be like, if I play, like, if your song comes on, or like if I hear something that's you, I like know it's you, but because of your voice. And in the way that my voice is distinguishable, I want me and my like identity and authenticity to be distinguishable like that. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. I'm now forgetting what their initial question. Okay.
That's okay. No, you answered it. Like, I'm hearing that there is like, there's an honoring of your Blackness and your queerness, but also like those are aspects of what make you you. They're not the whole picture. Like, Emerald is Emerald.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes complete sense. Like, okay, I'm really just me. And I'm hoping that people like, I'm just hoping people like each other. You know what I mean? But also, like, the world is so like box. Like, everybody, you know, we all love boxes. Put this in a box, put this here, you belong here and you belong here. And I think recently it's been actually kind of diabolical, because I've been so fixated on it, if I'm going to be honest. I've been so fixated on like, who am I? Like, you asking me who am I was like, yo, that's a deep question. Like, I know I know who I am in like the aspect of like, I like Fruit Loops. I like like I'm just like, it's true. Like, I know like the facts, the little things, you know, like, I love God.
When I tell y'all, I've gotten this woman a box of Fruit Loops for Christmas, like the last 2 years, I think.
I really do love Fruit Loops, but it's true. I know the facts. I know I'm a child of God. I know I love Fruit Loops. I know that I am Black. I know that I am queer, and a lot of those society says do not exist and can't exist. So, as somebody who has been fighting for the past like 25 years, I would say like 25 years of my life was like me trying to decide on how I can make all those things coexist. And then it really came out in the album Life Don't Love You. And now that that's out and we're going into 2026, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be this thing that I keep saying that I am. Or not this thing, but I'm going to be who I want to be. And that's all of the things, because they can coexist, because they already coexist, because I'm walking on this planet. So that means that they already exist. So yeah, it's very interesting.
What are the internal barriers that you had to overcome to feel safe enough, like holding all of that? Like, what would you say you would tell yourself in opposition to those things that maybe you don't say to yourself anymore?
I think I was a very, very make sure that everyone is okay and the world is okay, which means that my world is okay, which means that I make sure that this person is okay before I make sure I'm okay. And actually, it doesn't even matter if I'm okay, because if everybody else is okay, that means that I'm okay. But that's not true.
Wow.
You know? Like,
nope.
that's not true.
No.
And like, I think on this earth, it's actually our job to like low-key disappoint people. Because like, if you think about
Say it
like,
louder.
Why am I pleasing people all the time to the point of my own self-insanity? Because, you know, you grow up, you like get out of your family of origin, you start to go into the world and you realize, oh, this is what it's like out here. And it's not necessarily that your family of origin is wrong. You know what I mean? It's like I think that I had to tell myself that being and holding everything together and saying yes to everyone else, it kept me alive. Like, that aspect of,
oh my God,
like, holding all these strings together kept me alive. And then as I started growing up and like going to therapy, I was like, oh, actually, I don't need to hold all this to stay alive. And actually, life itself just blew up, and it was like a tornado happened and all the strings, like I had to let go of all the strings, but I was still alive. So I was like, oh, I guess I don't need to hold all this together in order to be alive, which is a crazy concept. Crazy.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I know someone listening, including me, are like, oh, I see myself in that. Because I definitely, it's funny, like my boyfriend and I were having this conversation last night where I was like, if I don't just always be a step ahead, I feel like I'm gonna die. Or I feel like if something happens, it will be my fault because I was not one step ahead. But when you realize that your entire sense of safety, your sense of well-being rests on trying to control an illusion of control
that you also like don't even have in the first place.
And that's why I say it's an illusion. Like it's not really there.
I think people really be out here delulu, me included. Because for a while I thought, in my delulu land, like, like I'm in control. No one is in control. You actually don't know anything. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I might say I'm gonna go to work, but am I? I mean, I'm gonna go to work.
You better.
But like, I mean, in the sense of like, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. No one knows what's gonna happen tomorrow. But like, you have zero control over life as a whole. Your life, you also kind of don't really have much control over. For me personally, I think I've come to the realization of, instead of being the one like driving the car, I'm like driving. I've been driving the car. I've been driving the car for so long, but like that's not my job. That's like for me, that's God's job. And whatever anyone believes in, the universe, whatever, it's like that is the higher power's job. Me, I think for me, my job is to sit in the passenger seat where I can see everything so clearly. You know what I mean? You can still see everything so clearly, but you don't need to be in control, because we're not supposed to be in control. We're supposed to sit there and go, is this what I want? That's all. I don't have control. I'm the only person I can control is me, and like my thoughts and my emotions. But like this whole thing called life, other people's opinions, all the craziness that is happening in the world, I have no control over it, and I'm gonna go gray. My whole head is gonna be gray if I keep bugging out over it. So me, I'm gonna sit in the passenger seat.
When you realize like how much of your well-being rests on this false sense of control, it feels like, I know for me, if I'm being honest, like I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, no, it's
when
scary.
I even think about I think about releasing that, like not being the like health police in my household, not waiting for my boyfriend to get home after his shift, not running to like save a friend who's down, you know, like, and ultimately it's born from this sense of guilt, which is like, who is even putting that guilt on you to. And there is something so horribly, vulnerably human about that, when you're like, like I have no control. I'm not in the driver's seat, actually. Like maybe I'm or maybe I'm driving, but God is the GPS.
Literally.
That's telling me where to go, you know?
Literally.
And that's as much of a say as we get. But yeah, it's a hard place to arrive at, to let go of those strings, as you said.
It's hard. We will never have the answers of all of it. Like, I'm a very like, I need to know all of the answers. Give me, I need to fix it. I need to know now. Like, I am that person. Like, I need to know right now. And if there's anything I've learned, that's not how life works. That's not how life works.
For better or for worse, that is not how life works.
That's not how people work. Because some people need time. Some people will never look inward to work. Some people don't want to work on themselves. Some people will never work on themselves. Some people just choose to, like, I literally, this morning, I wrote a song. It like came to me instantly. I saw something on Instagram. It's a whole deal. I saw something on Instagram that somebody reposted, and I was like, this is such bullshit. I was like, this is so crazy, because like I've expressed how I feel, and it was, again, this person not taking accountability. And I was like, it's not even victiming or victim mindset, whatever. I was just like, this human is just choosing to be complacent. That's all it is. Complacency is literally the worst trait. I'm like, and you're just choosing that. Okay, go off, but at least own it. And so today I wrote a song like, complacency is what you've chosen. And like, that really sucks. But also, like, that's not on me. That's on you. Like, if you choose to be complacent, good luck, babe.
Good luck, babe. Good luck. Anyway, sorry. We love Chapel. We do love Chapel.
We love Chapel.
But it's one of the dilemmas of the human experience that I think, like, letting go is it on its own a letter of love to yourself, to stop trying to hold the strings and find peace and an inner peace somewhere else that is not like tying your well-being and your stability to what other people do.
That's on period.
And that's on period. And that's Letters to and from Women, everybody.
Hey, okay, bring it back.
Hey, bring it back. Which will bring me back to one of the last questions I have for you before our time is up here, but a bit of a segue into womanhood. And I want to know what that word means to you and your experience of that word in this very complex world, and what you want other women to know who are exploring that word in their lives right now.
Well, this is a very interesting question, because one of the things I've been fixated on is womanhood. Of like what it means to be a woman, because I feel like I have grown into someone. I have grown into myself, and I've grown to who I am, but who I am does not fit the cultural and stereotypical mold that I was brought up in of what a woman should look like and who a woman should be. And so, like, I was raised in a very, like, religious Nigerian household, which, not in the sense of like my family was very chill. Like, my mom was very chill and all the things, but like it was more so the aspect of like, you're a Black Nigerian woman. I had braids, I had the long hair, I wore the dresses. I also loved it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good dress. I still love a good dress.
We love a good dress.
I love the heels.
Yes.
Like, I went to Browns the other day and I was looking at all these heels and I was like, Emerald, you don't got the money, don't be doing that right now. I was like, don't. I love a good.
We're gonna start a GoFundMe page for heels for Emerald up on the description. And for me too. I could use some heels.
That's all period.
Just letting the world know.
Like,
yes.
And so I think that for me, I'm in a space of redefining womanhood, because I've had the definition for me of a woman has been like boobs, curvy body, long hair, beautiful eyes, makeup, heels, independent, boss, like like has a man by her side, is so feminine, like the energy exudes like class and all these things.
Yeah.
And a couple of the things that I said on that list, I do embody, but I also embody sweatshirts and hats.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm bald. And I like wearing no makeup. And I have acne. And I have, and I like, but I also like wearing makeup. And I like wearing baggy clothes. I like looking like Snoop Dogg sometimes. It's just who I am. And I think that I've been struggling because I felt like a lot of the world has been telling me who I am because of what they see outside, which makes sense. You know, you see someone with short hair and you might be like, okay, it's giving androgynous, which I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty androgynous sometimes, but overall, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I love to dress up. I love to dress down. Like, I love a skirt. I love a trouser. I love a blazer. Yes. I love a strapless. Yes. But I have like, I'm not out here blessed with badonkadonks. I'm out here I'm a part of the itty bitty titty committee. And that's okay, because also I'm like, it's just weird because like, who am I to say, like, I'll see women with like itty bitty boobs and be like, oh my gosh, what a baddie. But I don't know what it is for myself that I'm like, oh, that doesn't make me a woman. And I think it's because of all the things that I've been told. and like raised with growing up of like, this is what it's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
look like. And then
Yeah.
being born in Canada and being like, oh, that's not true, obviously. But for some reason, holding myself still accountable and like tied down to these things of like, this is what a woman's supposed to be. So I think for me, it's like, to me, a woman is a baddie. They're classy, but they can be ratchet. And they can be fun. And a woman can be anything they want to be. They could be classy, bougie, nasty. It's giving Megan Thee Stallion. It's giving, a woman is a woman. If you feel like a woman, you're a woman. If you're a woman, you're a woman. I don't know how else to describe it. And that's what I'm trying to put into my brain. I don't want to like fixate. Like the world is so, binary. And I think we're breaking that, which is beautiful, because the world is so scared of what it doesn't know. And like people are so afraid of what they don't know. But people are also afraid of, I think a lot of people, especially now, are afraid of light. And I think a lot of queer people specifically carry a lot of light, which is confusing for people who don't understand it. And they try to categorize the gays into boxes. But the whole point about being queer is that there are no boxes. So I think I'm really just trying to step into my womanhood of what that, redefine it, which to me is a woman and a woman is everything. Everything that you think a woman isn't, in the sense of like, oh, a woman can't wear sweats, or a woman can't shave her head, or a woman, it's like, no, actually we can. And everything that a woman you think is also true.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are all of it and more. Like we are the sun, the moon, the stars. We are like the plants. We are like, come on now, like Mother Nature. Like, come on now. There's so much to women that you can't even box us up. And so
it's true.
I think
it's true.
To people who are exploring their womanhood or what that means to them, or like if I were to write my little letter to and from the women, it's be who you are, redefine it. If it's been told to you, if you were given the script of this is what a woman is, rip it, shred it, throw it in the garbage, put it in the recycling. Actually, I put it in the recycling. Yeah,
burn it.
Put it in the recycle, because we use recycle. But put it in the recycle and rewrite your own list for 2026.
Yes,
rewrite your own list,
100%.
And not only rewrite it, but live it. Try to live it.
100%. I love every aspect of that answer, and I do believe that like this especially applies to women, because we take on so many different roles in the world, right? Like mothering, caretaking, like we have a uterus, which means that we literally become a different person every month, right? And we go through emotional experiences that we're more like in our inner world, and then there's moments of the month where we are like more out there, and like that we shapeshift. We literally shapeshift to like meet ourselves and our internal state, right? And that, I think, is the shame that in 2026 so many women have to shed. Is like, you are a shapeshifter, you are meant to ebb and flow in this way, and to have different connections to different parts of yourself, whether you call it masculine, feminine energy, whether you call it yin and yang, whatever. You're supposed to experience these things knowing that like who you are as a woman is still there. Like the foundation hasn't changed. You've just like rearranged the home from the inside,
the foundation,
if you will, or you've repainted it.
You've repainted it, and it's fine to repaint. It's like all these, like, I saw this thing where it's like there's so much, emphasis on like kids nowadays, they don't appreciate their parents, and like you don't and like we did so much for you, we didn't have therapy, like we're just like this, like, well, what do you want from us? And it's like,
exactly.
you surviving and grinding and I can appreciate that while also I can appreciate the home that you've built while also wanting to paint the walls a different color.
Like 100%. And also, like, your home is not my home.
That too. I can move out.
You know?
I can move
physically and metaphorically. Yes.
Metaphorically. Like, I can appreciate the home you've created, and it's okay to paint the inside, but also it's okay to move and create a whole nother home, because also that's how life works. I'm pretty sure if I were to have kids, my kids would freaking want to paint the inside of those walls so freaking quick, because I'm not going to be a perfect parent. No. I'm not going to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. It's just this understanding of, I'm human, you're human, let's do this together. You're a woman, I'm a woman. There's no preconceived, like, you would get to exist how you want to exist. I would like to exist how I exist. You're non-binary, you're a male, you're whatever. Like, I don't expect you to show up a certain way because you're, like, it doesn't matter. Just be you.
Exactly. Be you.
That's my TED Talk.
And we should pitch you for a TED Talk. Before, we should. Emerald, before I let you go, first of all, it's been such a joy. Again, like, you're the first guest on here. You're my best friend in the whole wide world. This woman literally sat at our Christmas table this year. Like, it has just been, oh my lord. You can't see me, but I'm trying to make a heart with, this is ridiculous. We're making hearts at each other on the screen. You are such a light and such an essence of wisdom and beauty that I am so excited for the world to listen to this episode. But before I let anybody go, there's always a speed round of 3 questions at the end of the podcast.
I'm ready.
You are ready. I can ask them.
Sure.
Okay, well, you're going to be a little choked at me because you quite literally mentioned somewhere in the podcast that you didn't have the answer to this, but the first question is, what song is currently stuck in your head?
Oh, you know what it is? It's Couple Minutes by Olivia Dean, because I just got yeah, it's Couple Minutes by Olivia Dean because I was blessed with the vinyl for Christmas. So The Art of Loving by Olivia Dean vinyl has been on repeat in my home, non-stop.
As it should be.
And
it should be.
Stunning.
We love her. We love her. We love her music. That's a great answer. Beautiful. The second question is, what is your favorite quote?
Oh, that's hard. Wait. Okay, so I have this thing in my phone where I have, like, a list of quotes. Hold on. And let me just show you how long it is, okay? But I'll pick one. I'll read the most recent one that I've put down in here, which I think is really cool. This one is from, oh, this is so hard. This is hard. Okay. Can I give 2?
Just go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
One of them is by Glennon Doyle, who I love. I love, love. But it's, we can always handle the deep end if we remember that we know how to swim. Love that.
Yes, we do.
And then there's also the one, I don't know who said this, and like, I didn't write it down, but it says, human creation was never meant to command control, which I think is very fitting for what we talked about. But yeah,
and just always pertinent to whatever is going on in the world, especially right now.
Exactly.
So yes, it's true. Oh, so good. Thank you. And the third one is always unique to every guest. So your unique Emerald question is, what is your favorite song that you've ever written and why?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
That's a good question. I tried.
I would say this is a really hard question for me to answer, because all of them, all the songs I've written, I love them for different reasons, and they're all like my children. Like, it's like asking a parent to, like, be like, which do you have a favorite kid? And it's like, I could never. But like secretly, I feel like parents know, you know, they're like, well, I freaking like that one. That one was way easier than that one. So for me, I think one of my favorite songs that I've written would probably have to be the song Naked.
I
wrote that song after being in a like situationship relationship where I was like, I was reflecting on myself, and I was in something where I was like, I am giving someone 110% of myself when they're not even giving me 2. Like, and that's just who I am, though. Like, I need to find somebody that matches that. And so I wrote Naked almost as like an ode to my future partner of like, I'll love you this way. And I hope that you'll love me back this way. But I also, like, at the end, it's like, I'll love you naked, I'll love you true. Wait, how does it go? How does it go?
Sing it for us. Go off. Literally go.
Hold on. I love you naked. Let me find the freaking words. Because there's a line in it, and I'm ruining it right now. Naked.
It's okay.
But there's a line in it. Now me not even knowing my own song. I think the lyrics are.
You're all good. You've written so many. It makes complete sense.
I've written so many. It's like, please love me naked. Please love me true. Like at the end, I'm saying how like, you know, after I've been like, I'll love you naked, I'll love you true, I'll do all these things because that's who I am. I'm like, please love me naked, please love me true, because I know how I love, but I'm scared because you can't make anyone fall in love with you. Because I've always been the one giving everything. And like I was in a place where I was like, okay, I can't make anyone do something. You know, we talked about control. You can't make anybody love you the way that you want. Even you could tell someone this is how to love me, and they still might not be able to do it because that's not how they love. You know, but I was like, I need to find somebody who will love me that way. And that is like the ode kind of to myself. So I wrote that song kind of as an ode to myself, not knowing that I would actually find that, which is really crazy. Because I wrote that song in when did that song come out? 2022, maybe? 2023. And then fast forward 2025, I feel like I found that, which is really crazy. But I never, ever thought, ever. So say that's all.
Oh, God, that's so incredible. And I know you know that I love your love. And it's like, as a best friend, it's like one of the happiest things to get to witness a best friend, like experience that. So that song was like you were scripting your manifestation, basically, which is incredible because it means that like a part of you knew that it was possible. It was just like a shout into the void.
That's
and true. Then prayer answered.
As sad as I was like 2%, like please, still hanging on.
Emerald, where can people find you to connect with you and your music after this episode?
Yes. You can find me on all music streaming platforms, wherever you get your music, wherever you listen to music, at Emerald Osagie. Emerald like the jewel, Osagie, Osagie. And you can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, also the same handle at Emerald Osagie, YouTube, all that stuff. I'll be making an announcement really soon, which will be fun.
Yes.
So I will follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok for the announcements. But
yeah, I will be.
Yeah.
Yes, please do, for the betterment of us and the world. Please have some shows soon. But it's been such a pleasure to have you and to talk to you and to hear your wisdom. Thank you for sharing all of it, and along with your vulnerability. And I'm so excited for everybody to listen to this episode. So
thank you for having me.
Please save, share.
Party here.
Thank you. Make sure to save, like, subscribe to the show, share this with a friend who you think could use Emerald's wisdom, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you.